It's an ever-changing target, rather to speak. I try to help faculty and students in using the lab for the software that we have on the systems and computers, which is used to help those who are working in design, computational analysis, graphics, photo work, and more. What we try to do is to have whatever software we can try to provide for the students and faculty on the computers behind me. At the same time, we work with our 360 space here, our cylinder, to provide the use of immersive visualization so that we can take people on different locations around the world, as well as present content to them in a variety of formats. Variety. I can say that pretty much every day when I come in, I can look forward to something new. And it's that challenge of dealing with fresh ideas that makes it fun for me. The libraries are more than just what they might have experienced in high school, elementary school, where all they had to look forward to were just books. We've now gone beyond that, and pretty much now they should think of the library as a resource, a dynamic resource that can provide them with information, access, and a space to develop their ideas, to find their content, to create. And if I were to say that is the current focus of what I feel, that the library is an incubator, a resource for people to make and find what they need. One thing is to always have an idea of what they want to do. 2, ask questions. If you're not basically fully have an idea sussed out, asking the questions will help you get us to help you more. And 3, if you're not certain, we can find the resources for you. Primarily the coordinator for the unit for technology in the space, but I do consult with faculty as well as students in the creation of content for immersive visualization. To that degree, what I will do is, in fact, I sit down with them, we examine what the scope of their project is, we start looking at our resources in terms of what applications and software are needed from our visualization space in order to accomplish that. And then we lay out what content they are already bringing that we need to organize, lay out, and reconfigure so that it works in the correct aspect ratio in the space for time as well as also for resources. You have to consider things such as, can my content fit? Does it scale up? Is there resolution that's going to be lost? How is the audio on my piece configured? Is there audio? Do I need to add audio? What is the timing? These are all things that you have to take into consideration, that what would happen on a small 2-dimensional flat screen or with a small 1920 by 1080 space on your laptop screen now is happening in a space that happens all around you. And we're always looking at different ways that people can apply this technology. We've had students come in and work from the dance department. We've had people come in from the theater department, design models, look at existing play sets, every different thing. We've had people looking at molecular biology, from chemistry. So we handle and work with everyone from pretty much every discipline that you can think of. Well, one very good resource is to go to our webpage for the Digital Scholarship Lab, which is digitalscholarshiplab.msu.edu. And they can use that as a starting point to make requests for booking space in our project rooms, as well as also setting up consultation times if they want to know more about how to use our 360 immersive visualization room, as well as also our VR spaces too. We have people here who are willing to help, provide instruction, as well as also give them tips and ideas to try to keep them moving along to accomplish their goals. I can be found on the library website for the Digital Scholarship Lab, or I can be found on our own page, which is at digitalscholarshiplab.msu.edu. I can also be found in regular staff directory. On LinkedIn, I'm also on there too, if you should look into that.